Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Now, my goodness, we have a absolute cracker here. We have Team Kirai obviously losing their previous game to Team Alf, who are now in the finals, versus Team Timidflow, who won the lower bracket semi-final and are now in the losers finals. Sorry. So these teams both have got a bit of storyline behind them. I mean, obviously, Team Timidflow in their last game, they managed to scrape through and get into the playoffs. So, there's a little bit of an underdog story about them. But Team Kirai have already beaten Team Timidflow today. So, it's, already it's a bit of storyline there. So, it's a bit of revenge if Team Timidflow could sort of maybe take a win from this. But Team Kirai want to be back in that grand finals to play against Team Alf once again. But Sky, these two teams, anything that sort of takes your fancy, any players that reach out to you, any sort of key sort of statistics about these teams that sort of shout out to you?
I think the biggest, the most notable thing is the fact that these two teams have already played. It's the fact that in the round one of our playoff, Team Kirai managed to beat Team Timidflow 3-2. It was quite close, but it did end up in a Team Kirai victory. But this is, funnily enough, the first inter-group game event on the broadcast, which is quite fun. Get to see how these two teams match up based on their groups. There were some people that were saying Group B is a stronger group on average. Some teams that were saying Group A, or some people that were saying Group A is a stronger group on average. I think, well, based on what you've seen, I think Group A is proving to be a little bit stronger at the moment, but maybe Team Timidflow can turn that on its head a little bit and make a little bit of a comeback. They would, like you said, it's a bit of a cool storyline that Team Timidflow have had. They went from having to 4v5 the first game to making it through by the skin of their teeth on map differential, managing to somehow top their group because they shocked Team Joby yesterday 3-1, and then they repeated that in the game prior to just now beating Team Joby 3-1 to put them out in fourth in the playoffs. Now they move on to the lower final. Whoever wins this obviously goes to the grand final against the terrifying Team Alf, who've looked so strong throughout the entire tournament. But Team Timidflow, there's a few players that we obviously need to talk about. We just saw Team Kirai. We know who the names are on that one. But on Team Timidflow, we got Cheeseburger and Sinex on the DPS line. Probably the best DPS line in the whole tournament. Emergence this time on the tank role because unfortunately Miro is unable to be here, so we got a substitute of comparable hero pool and playstyle for them. And then the backline of Timidflow himself and Gangsta Ghana, which looked so potent the other day, yesterday, against some very powerful backlines. Like I remember them playing against Team Joby, their backline managing to match up to them. We'll see if they can match up to Mudkip and Stimpy Penguin. Probably about a comparable backline to what Team Joby had yesterday. Very high rank backline for them. But I think the player you need to look out for on Team Timidflow is definitely Sinex. He was a monster yesterday on the Vendetta, but in my opinion, even more so on the Echo. I think it was the Echo that won it for Team Timidflow, and I think maybe it might be able to bring it home for Team Timidflow here. Team Kirai, they don't really seem to have a Vendetta in their locker. Obviously, they got Void and Exy on the DPS, Gligger on tank, and then Mudkip and Stimpy Penguin on the support. Good team across the board. But I do think Team Timidflow could maybe flip the script a little bit here, turning it maybe to a 3-2 win to Team Timidflow this time.
Obviously, Sinex, definitely a key player to sort of look out for there. We saw some absolutely disgusting, wonderful, magical plays by them yesterday. But I believe we do have our first map pick of the series, and it's going to be going to, I believe, Lijiang Tower. Yes. Once again, we have this amazing control map. A lot of diversity you can play on this map. A very good first pick, I would say, for Team Timidflow. And I believe we also have some confirmations on some of the bans. Now, Sky, who do you really ban here? Like, the mistake that Team Kirai made last time around was they banned Vendetta so early that like going into the next couple of maps where they could have a bit of momentum, maybe try and change things up, it just didn't work out. So
I hope they don't ban Echo or Vendetta because that was a
Yeah.
mistake last time. I could see them banning Torber Sim, ban Cheeseburger out, particularly the Sim because Sim is good on this map. I can maybe see them looking to ban out the Wu Yang. The Wu Yang is like decent and playable on this map. There are probably better maps to ban it out, but Gangsta Ghana looked really comfortable on the Wu Yang yesterday. They may want to ban out the ball. Emergence plays a good bit of ball. I could see that happening, but the Sim ban comes through from
Yes.
Team Kirai. Yeah, I think that's maybe the one I would have went with as well. Ban out Cheeseburger just a little bit. He is quite flexible, but Sim is probably the best pick and probably the pick he would go for on this map, particularly on a point like Control Center or even Lijiang Garden that we see the pond of in the background there. Very, very powerful hero on that map. As for Team Timidflow, went for the Orisa ban. Interesting. I think that's fine. We saw Glitter run the Orisa on the last game against Team Alpha. It didn't really go too well. Maybe it was just a bit of bad luck for Team Kirai there, but I guess we will not be able to find out because it has been banned out. I think the Orisa ban's fine. Like, it could be worse. You can maybe look to ban out the DPS of Team Kirai just a little bit, or maybe you can look to ban out something a little bit more annoying. But I don't think that ban is necessarily bad from Team Timidflow.
It's an interesting one. I think maybe the Ramatra ban could have been a little bit more impactful, especially because of how much Gliga was playing the Ramatra in the first series. So
They may not want to use the Ramatra ban though, because you could argue the Zarya ban would have also been very, very good. Because now stuff like Zarya Reaper is available to Team Kirai, which they've looked quite comfortable on. Void has looked quite good on the Reaper, and Gligar, we know he can play the Zarya. So I think they could have banned other stuff, but I think it's fine that they banned Orisa. Like, they maybe want to save those bans for a later game, or a later map, sorry. And Orisa can find a lot of value on this map in general, so it's a very safe ban from Team Timidflow. It's not necessarily something wrong I think they've done. But I do think Team Kirai's ban is a little bit better. They've targeted one of the players quite obviously, taken out Cheeseburger just a little bit, removed his a dimension that he can go to. But like I've said, Cheeseburger can kind of flex to a lot of different options, even though probably his best option for this map has been taken away from him. That doesn't mean he can't just go to something like the Torbjorn, or even something like the Venture or the May, and run one of those characters and find a lot of value. And I'm glad we're going to be leaving this screen in a moment because the logo was just I glanced at it and I was like, oh dearie me. Team Timberflow, you got a good storyline, but the logo, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it at all, man. Oh my
I
god.
think it's hilarious. I think it's a funny little addition to just their team. I think it gives them a little bit of identity.
I like the
They have a
fridge
lot
though.
of
I like the
flow.
fridge.
So Kirai's quite interesting as well. But predictions for this then, because this is quite difficult because I think Timidflow will do it. I know they lost the previous game, but I think that was that was a really close fixture. That was
Warm-up game.
3-2 scoreline to Team Kirai. So I think Timidflow could potentially take this one.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would probably back Team Timidflow here. Based on what we've seen, I think they might have just got like maybe a little bit unlucky. Versus Team Kirai, I don't want to downplay Team Kirai at all because we know they're a good team. We know they've got good players, but I do think Team Timidflow, based on how we saw them play yesterday against Team Joby, they can look really, really good. Of course, the roster is a little bit different today, so they lost a little bit of that
Yeah.
familiarity. I'm getting to it. I've already said a score. I think it'll be 3-2 to Team Timidflow.
I agree. I also have that 3-2.
All right, okay, I'll change, man. I'll go 3-2 Team Kirai then. I'm not doing the same
Oh,
thing.
okay.
I'll back Team
Okay.
Kirai. I think we get 3-2 either way. I think
Yeah. It will certainly be a close fixture.
Yeah, I would be surprised if it wasn't. These two teams are quite evenly matched, I would say. But yeah, I'm not confident enough to go 3-1 Team Timidflow, but I could see it happening. It might not be too surprising. Oh, this squid is back. Oh my goodness.
It's the return of the squid.
It's Return of the Squid.
Hopefully we
we
do
on-
get Night Market first.
Are we on Night Market first? I don't want to say we're going to Night Market and we're not. Okay, we actually
Yes,
are. Okay,
yeah,
we're
good,
going
good.
to Lijiang Night Market. I see Bastion in there, a BAP in there. It leads me to believe that that is Team Kirai. Exy likes the Bastion and Stimpy Penguin likes the... never mind, it's actually Team Timidflow that are going for that with Cheeseburger on the Bastion. Gangsta Ghana on the BAP. Playing the BAP Lucio. Emergence on the Ram, and Synex forgoing the Echo or the Vendetta have looked so strong for him. As well as Stimpy Penguin go for the Juno of all things. Quite interesting.
Emergence. Gotta go immediately straight onto point. Organize his team. Torpedoes doing a lot of damage there. Need to be a little bit careful. Stimpy Penguin. Gangsta Ghana does go down. Void finds 2. Upgrade Lucio boops.
Oh!
Point off the map and gets there. Gets a kill onto Mudkip.
What you want from your captain.
It is. Gligger is low. Needs to back away. Oh, the boop!
Oh, another!
Oh
Look at his
my
old
goodness.
shine! Look at his old
Upgraded
shine!
Lucio. Oh my goodness. This Lucio is upgraded. Absolutely sensational. You love to see it.
60% beat charge for Timidflow already. Emergence basically has done nothing on the Ramatra, didn't have to do anything. His support's killed everything. Gangsta Ghana got a kill in there as well, and the ult gap for Team Timidflow right now is insane. Synex needs to be very, very careful. 75 on the pulse bomb. Building it quite quickly. Gangsta Ghana coming up in the window. I think Team Timidflow, you just farm for the window and wait. But the TP in from Void might stop that. Lamp forced already. Gangsta Ghana dropping dangerously low. Has the window ready to go though.
Ooh,
Cheeseburger needs to be careful.
a little bit low. Needs to just be careful. Use both bubbles. Mudkip finds Cheeseburger, but Gangsta Ghana on this Baptiste.
There's the
Still
window.
alive,
MVP
still
so
dealing
far.
damage.
Done so much on this Baptiste. And Baptiste can thrive in an environment like this where it's just kind of constant fighting. He's such a skirmisher. Good in the 2v2, good in the 3v3.
Synex, ooh, just makes it to the health pack. The Tidal Blast is there. Needs to be careful the stun. On the edge.
some
There's
hem form.
Zachfield. Boops 2 off the
Oh!
map. And Zachfield follows up to get the kill on Emergence. And my goodness, environmental kills galore this game.
There's been 3 already at least. There was a boot kill by Timidflow as well. I don't know if it was off the map or which is a kill with the sound wave itself. But now Team Kirai, they have 4 ults available, 4 powerful ults as well. Grav, Ray, Barrage, and Blossom, all very strong, and Void waiting in the rafters.
Ooh, needs
Managing to get out with
careful.
the Wraith form though.
Vortex, low. The Graviton Surge is there.
The bluff.
Tries to
Oh!
ult in it. The damage is there. It takes away the immortality field, and they're going to follow up. Gligger finds 4.
The
That
grab
was a
from
beautiful
Gligger
grab.
there.
Beautiful combo.
Massive from Gligger there. And Void manages to just about escape to the corner. Team Timidflow think they can kill him. The beat from Timidflow isn't able to sustain the damage that the Blossom can deal. I think the bubble must have went on to Void as well. Recall force for Synex, but Cheeseburger. Little
Nice
opening
point.
kill on the Bastion.
There's a lot of space here. There's less pressure now on Team Timidflow.
Max charge for Gligger.
Constant fire spam, but it could be a potential flank here. Zachfield is coming back from spawn, but no, Zachfield goes down. Cynics finds Zachfield. The barrage is not going to be present in this fight. The Bastion artillery is there, but not going to find anything. Zachfield's coming back from spawn. Void should be back now. A little bit low. Does go down. Emergence has the ultimate. Needs to find some kills. Indeed does. Finds 2.
Pulse bomb close for Synex. That's kind of the only ult available for Timidflow right now. Or Team Timidflow, sorry. Team Kirai, though, have the Barrage. Have the Wu Yang ult. Tidal Blast. Could go onto Zafkiel. as they go for the barrage.
Did you have the shield? Trying
Bubbles
to melt
burn
down
for
the
Gligger though.
Zarya.
No bubbles.
No bubbles. Low HP as well, but a Tidal Blast just in time. Gives them a lot of overhealth.
Oh!
Exactfield with the flank finds 2. Gligger is close to the Graviton Surge. But it's 99% for Team Timidflow. But they don't have any ults going into this last fight. But Gligger does. And they have that combo as well. So Team Kirai need to look to plan this out carefully. Void is low, needs to live. A lot of damage there, but Void goes down. Cheeseburger. The boop is insane. Cheeseburger boops Gligger off the map. No ults present in this fight. Graviton wasted. The Bastion artillery's there. Needs to try and burst down these supports. Gangster Ghana finds 2. Cynics finds 1. And it's going to be Team Timidflow taking the first round on Lijiang Night Market. Oh my goodness. It was looking so perfect for Team Kirai. They had the ults, but the environmental kills. Cheeseburger comes in so clutch and eliminates the two threats really in that fight. Insane.
I mean, I said that Team Timidflow probably have the best DPS line in the tournament, and I wasn't lying when I said that. Cynex 13-2. Going absolutely ballistic on this Tracer, and then Cheeseburger coming up gargantuan in the final fight with a combination with Timidflow there, because Timidflow got the first little knock onto Gligger, and then Cheeseburger finished it off with another boop. With I think the grenade, must have done it, sent him over the edge. Incredible there. But now both teams are just going to look to jostle for server room. Team Timidflow maybe losing a little bit of the advantage early as Emergence tries to take some space back.
Void sets up a little bit of a flank here on both supports, and it's going to work. Mudkip finds Gangster Ghana. Zakfield in the middle of it all and just manages to find Cheeseburger. Oh, and gets the Shuriken off onto Cynics as well. Nice bit of DPS play there by Team Kirai. Setting up beautifully.
Close to the fourth bomb already though, farming it very, very well. Mudkip doing an equally good job with the Tidal Blast. Gligger, very high charge at the moment. Turret form burned by Cheeseburger.
Zakfield takes a little bit of damage, but Void, once again, in the middle of it all. It's not going to be enough. Void still alive, manages to find 2. Both supports down here for Team Timidflow. They don't get the flip as well, and slightly bit of a stagger onto Emergence. Void and Cynics as well.
Not much you can do there if you're Team Timidflow. You just gotta reset and take that. The form was burned quite early, and then Cheeseburger was just DPS down. There's so much damage on the side of Team Kirai. The poke from Mudkip, as well as even Zafkiel on the high charge Zarya, find so much value, and then Void in the server room got this flank again.
Absolutely. Now they've just gotta be a little bit careful.
Oh,
Void still alive, has the Death Blossom. No immortality field. Probably really good discipline there, just to keep it out and save it for the combination of the next fight. They're only starting to have a couple ults come online now, Team Timidflow, but Team Kirai are stacking. Bastion artillery comes out, not going to find anything there, but the window is online for Gangster Ghana. But look at the ult economy for Team Kirai, dominating this second round. And here we go, Tidal Blast. No need for the Death Blossom, only needed 1 ult. Excellent discipline, excellent coordination. They're going to try and turn this around. Emergence, low HP, being melted by that Zarya. Cynex finds Mudkip to no avail. Oh, and Zakfield gets the slash onto Greater Lucio, and it's going to be Team Kirai looking very, very strong. Oh my goodness, Gligger is such high energy. Never mind, they do manage to get a touch on. It's ball for the stall, but it's not going to be enough. Immediately dismembered, but they're still on though. The beat not quite there yet for Greater Lucio, but a very dominant round 2 there by Team Kirai. Bit of momentum heading into round 3.
I mean, that was record pace from Team Kirai there. Gligger having an absolute lifer. 22-3 at the moment, alongside Void 22-6. And this is what I said, maybe they banned the Orisa, maybe they should have banned the Zarya instead. Maybe they wanted to save it, like I said, but I don't know. You allow the Zarya Reaper that Team Kirai looks so confident on. You're going to get punished. But now we see Synex finally going over to the Echo. Kind of difficult to play Echo on that control center point, but now can go for it. Cheeseburger Freya as well. It is something he has in his locker. Can run the Freya if he wants to, and now Emergence on his ball as well as Cheeseburger gets an early pick onto Void.
Nice stun. We're not going to find much there. Has found Zachfield. A little bit of no man's land. Trying to boot the supports back, but Graded Lucio does get the opening pick in this round 3. Manages to find Zachfield. Low HP is Emergence. Needs to be a little bit careful.
Timidflow gets a bit of ult charge there.
Oh, tries to go for the boot. Not going to find it.
Oh, he's so close to going off the
so
map.
Close. The environmental kills. This upgraded Lucio is having a field day. Must be absolutely loving Lijiang first point. It's probably why they picked it. He can pull out the Lucio. He can play some really, really nice sort of boots around the map. A lot of void around the map. So, Stampy Penguin, though, does manage to find upgraded Lucio. Mudkip's going to find 2. Zapfield's going to find Cheeseburger. Very comfortable. Good play there. And look at Mudkip's ult charge. Thanks to 2 kills. A lot of damage output they've done there. And a lot of healing as well. So they are now 90% to the Tidal Blast. Sonics is 80% to the clone. Probably going to look to either clone Void or Gligger here.
Mudkip nearly has a Tidal Blast as well. So much value you can find, and this is what I'm talking about at the start as well. The Mudkip Wuyang is so strong. He's done so much damage. Void needs to be careful he doesn't drop too low, but gets a Tidal Blast.
There it is.
In trouble.
Good copy, though, immediately onto the Wuyang, but will it be to no avail? Low HP immediately burst down. Ult wasted there. Void finds upgraded Lucio, and they're starting to get in the bit of flow. Now, Team Kirai, 50% halfway there for them. Still stacking ults, 4 ults in the bank. Team Timidflow are close to 4 as well. But I would say Team Kirai have the better ultimates in the bank. Void!
Synex struggling at the moment.
Spawn gets Synex.
On the cast now, off the Echo. Clearly not feeling too confident in the pick as Team Kirai. They have 4 ults online, 4 high value ults. We've seen Gligger's grabs find so much value. Stimpy Penguin has the Orbital Ray ready to go with Zafkiel just getting kill after kill on this Echo, and Synex is dropping low as well. And Team Timidflow might not even get an opportunity to really play as Mudkip boots Emergence off the map. And that's a lot of ult charge for him as well. Emergence is as confused as we are. Where has this come from Team Kirai? They're spawn farming them. Touch the spawn door challenge complete for Team...
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
It's sheer dominance. Oh, the grab. Oh, they're not going to be able to touch point. That's disgusting from Gligger, and I must say, what a sheer dominant performance that is.
What a turnaround by Team Kirai. First point, Team Timidflow managed to get it. It was quite close, but Team Kirai, it felt like they got a bit of momentum off of Control Center. They looked really, really good on that. And then there on Lijiang Garden, they just kind of kept the ball rolling. They couldn't really stop Team Kirai at all. The comp they were running, the Zarya double flex, looked really, really strong. And then even the Mudkip Wuyang and Stimpy Penguin on the Juno, it felt like Mudkip was just able to put out so much value, and then Stimpy Penguin, his only job is to survive and build Ray. And, well, to be honest, didn't even have to use Ray properly in that final point. It was that strong. So, very well played by Team Kirai there. I think maybe the Orisa ban kind of came back to bite them because, I mean, I don't think they would have played Orisa anyway. And I think Team Kirai have maybe stumbled on the comp that they'll probably play for the rest of this match, to be honest. The Zarya with the Reaper and the Echo as well, or the Genji, as Zafkiel can flex to both. And even sometimes getting the better of Synex, who's been arguably the best player in the draft tournament throughout yesterday, at the very least, but struggling in this game versus Team Kirai. Not going on to the Vendetta that he looked so strong on, and even on his Echo, he looked like he was struggling just a little bit. Cheeseburger off of the sim as well. I think that was quite a big ban. Didn't opt for the Torbjorn at all. Stuck with the Bastion, which I think maybe was a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
Particularly on Control Center. It didn't really find any value to put it bluntly. Wasn't able to do anything, and in that final map or final point, sorry, on Lijiang Garden, I mean, thanks to God, I didn't even get to use the Wu Yang. I don't think Timidflow built a beat. I'm not too sure, but I do think we have a map pick coming in from Team Timidflow to try bounce back into this game, and hopefully they can get back into the game overall. Really, because I mean, I was expecting a 3-2, but not looking like that now. But maybe Kings Row can get them back in the game here.
Kings Row, I think it's a nice map, but then again, it's Team Kirai's a bit of a speciality on there, but it is, of course, Team Timidflow's choice because they did lose. So maybe we could see some nice flashy players. We saw Sinex on the Vendetta, absolutely insane. Some of the players that they were making yesterday. So this could be a very confident map for Team Timidflow. But the bans, however, that's what we got to sort of get our predictions in at 4. I mean, I think really it's one of them where it's like you've got to maybe ban the Vendetta if you're Team Kirai, because I think that's probably what they'll come up with. But no, it's going to be the Zarya and Kiriko coming in. Very interesting there. I mean, the Zarya ban?
The Zarya ban makes sense. I mean, the Zarya ban does make sense. I think that's fine. It kind of, yeah. To be honest, that actually makes a lot of sense. It kind of denies Gligger a little bit. He clearly likes playing the Zarya. He's clearly good at the Zarya, and it's a core part of why Void was able to do so much on what was it on Lijiang Tower. And now I imagine they're going to use the Reaper ban on another close range map to just try fully shut that out. Get 2 kind of easier maps with the bans. The Kiriko ban, I mean, it's okay. Like
it's not something I would expect from Team Kirai. I think for me
Yeah.
personally, they would have banned either the Vendetta or Echo of something like that. Just something that, or even the Torb, to be honest.
I would have thought they would have banned out a DPS, to be honest, mate, like the Vendetta, Echo, or the Torb. I think Vendetta or Torb would have been good bans specifically on this map, because we've seen how much Vendetta can do on this map. We saw it unknown in our last match against Team Kirai, who suffered because of the Vendetta. Maybe they're just not too sure if Sinex will go for the Vendetta here, because he didn't go for it on Lijiang. Wonder what the reason for that was, but I don't know. I do hope we'll see less of the Bastion from Team Timidflow here, because I don't think outside of that double kill at the end of Night Market, it didn't really do too much overall. Oh my goodness, what am I looking at?
This
is chaos.
Yes, it is. I think it's important to know that there is a pirating software being displayed. We in Sky Sports is down to watch the English Premier League in the United Kingdom, but okay, it's fine.
Pirate at your own risk.
Yeah, pirate at your own risk. Obviously, we're having Tottenham beats Man City for obvious reasons, because I am an Arsenal fan, so it would be quite nice if that happens. But in other news, Sinex is on the Hanzo on defense. We did see a little bit of this yesterday. I think the Hanzo is kind of nice. It looked very clean.
Into Void on the Ram, chained to the Ram, locked away from the ball, I think. Cheeseburger on the sim. There we go. A little bit of a return to normality, I think, for Cheeseburger this time round. Kirai, our Team Kirai, sorry. Putting Gligger on the Sigma. Okay, they're sticking with this Wu Yang Juno backline. I mean, it's fine, particularly as Carey's banned right now. the Juno is quite a good alternative to run with. You know, she has a lot of healing output. She has a very strong ult. The ult charge obviously got buffed a little while ago, so she's able to get the orbital ray online a little bit quicker. Void on the Hanzo now. His Cheeseburger's probably just going to look to just try to be a nuisance, thorn in the side of Team Kirai at the moment. Try to find as much value as he can, but early point control and early space taken by Team Kirai here.
Indeed, they immediately made their way. Oh, Void! Beautiful play. Gangster Garner does go down. Meanwhile, Cheeseburger does find Void. It's trades galore here. Sunix finds Mudkip, but Zachfield finds Sunix as well. Emergency's low. Needs to back away. Being poked down a little bit. Cheeseburger does have the TP to get out. Is high energy. Dodges the rock. Good bit of play. They are going to recontest this here. They have waited patiently for their supports. Do contest it before the second tick. Trying to mount Gligger, but he's so tanky. This Sigma still alive. How is he still alive? This is incredible healing. Incredible healing from Team Kirai, and Gligger kills. Oh my goodness. Eventually goes down, but my word, Mudkip and Stumpy Penguin, absolutely fantastic bit of support play there, keeping Gligger alive. And look, he's built the gravitational flux, so yes,
no beat for either.
Yes, true, actually 67% upgraded Lucio on the beat. They do have a couple ults building in the meantime though, however. They're gonna go for it. Torpedoes used.
Lands onto emergence. Always solo, good lamp though.
Needs to be a little bit careful here. Excellent sim barrier here, just able to cut off the healing from the rest of the team for Team Kirai to their front line and their DPS, but so they're forced to just back away a little bit. A very good use of the sim barrier there. The Hanzo Strike available now, along with the beat and Gangster Garner's Baptiste window. Mudkip, Stumpy Penguin still have theirs in the bank. Zachfield close to that blade.
That dragon!
Oh, the dragon's beautiful. Just cuts off Gligger from the rest of the team directly through the wall. Just mounts them. Oh, what a vortex. Can they get the kill before the spawn?
No way.
Oh, unlucky.
The Nemesis Worm ends just at the wrong time. That was an amazing dragon there from Cynex though. Finding Gligger a little bit caught out. Did it through the hotel, but now there's nothing really to match Stimpy Penguin's Ray, because you could use the dragon through the Ray to just try to deny a little bit of value on it. But now there's not much to do so aside from the Annihilation, which Emergence will have to hold. He's dropping quite low, but the Tidal Blast into Zafkiel could be synergized with the blade here.
It's trying to chase a great Lucio.
Ajax!
There's an Ajax in this game. Very unfortunate for a great Lucio. Was low HP, tries to go for the beat, but unfortunately it's to no avail. Not ideal for Team Timidflow. That could have potentially turned the fight. It happens to the very best of Lucio players. Unfortunate.
The Captain Ajax in the losers final, that's not what you want to see at all. But he had, maybe he could have held it, because obviously, like, you're gonna die at that HP when the Genji's on you. Maybe he just didn't know where the Genji was. Excellent from Zachfield, a good instincts to then follow up after the Tidal Blast from Mudkip, who's already 37% of the way there. But the window is gone from Team Timidflow. They can't gone from this fight. Not able to use it as Gligger is coming up on the Gravitic Flux again.
Kind of how tilted I would be if I was upgraded Lucio. Zachfield has just swapped off the Genji that just Ajaxed him onto the Pharah. So he wasn't even going to stay on this Genji.
Aura.
Just aura, absolute aura. Hanzo Strike. Not going to do much, but Sonics. What a beautiful shot onto Zachfield. Let's try and get another one. Gets the body shot off. Ooh, but Void trades back.
The Flux is big though onto Timidflow.
Low HP, able to stay alive though. Good healing from the supports of Team Timidflow. 2 minutes on the board now. 14 Kirai to push this payload a little bit. 49% for Zachfield's barrage. Ult starting to stack for Team Kirai. But then again, Team Timidflow, upgraded Lucio, is close to that second beat. Needs to be careful how he uses it. There's no shame in beating behind a wall, as long as it gets off.
Yeah, please provide a sound barrier this time. That'd be ideal. The window was used. It buys a little bit of space for Team Timidflow, but not too much as Team Kirai can just walk back in with a Tidal Blast onto the overclocking Void. Gets killed to emergence already.
Oh my goodness, the Tidal Blast onto
Oh!
Void, and Void finds free. Excellent bit of player combination that just delivers such a damaging blow. Oh my goodness, Cheeseburger, what are you doing?
Where are you, bro? Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? ZZ, fair enough. That's what happens when you go to the enemy team spawn. Most of the time, you do get killed. And now Team Kirai, they do have the Orbital Ray ready to go, as well as the Barrage from Zafkiel, and it's kind of all on the shoulders of Timidflow to land a big beat and Emergence to get a lot of kills.
They do beat the Barrage, the sneaky Barrage, the sneaky Barrage, the sneaky Barrage. Oh, the Sim turrets just get in the way. So annoying. It's a nice Sim barrier as well. They can sort of play around this, especially for the Barrage. The torpedoes do a lot of damage. The Junare used. Zachfield still holding on to that Barrage. Emergence has the Ramacha ultimate, but does deploy it. Cheeseburger does get the kill onto Gligger. And this could be a 2nd-point hold here for Team Timidflow. Good bit of defending. Very dominant in this defense. This composition working out very nice. Synix has been elite on this Hanzo. And I must say, Gangster Ghana on this Baptiste, probably the most underrated support, I would say, in this entire tournament. Absolutely fantastical, whimsical stuff on this Baptiste. It's just been so dominant. The healing output is incredible. And it's just the damage as well on point.
He's looked very, very good on the bat, I agree. It did look like Team Kirai were kind of weathering the storm there quite well. They avoided the sim wall a little bit. They managed to kite it out, but I just don't think I just don't think Zafkiel could really get back in the fight, find a good angle for the barrage. It kind of got shut down by the sim turrets, and then Cheeseburger again denies him, and that's what Cheeseburger does. He plays these heroes that can just deny value from other players like the Torb or even the sim, and he completely shut Zafkiel out of that fight, because what can he do? Is he going to go and barrage the sim wall? Like, I guess he could, but then he's just floating in the air, where it's an easy kill for Synex or an easy kill for Gangsta Ghana. And Team Timidflow kind of use that to their advantage, playing off their sim, as Emergence is just able to hold the front line because he has the confidence, because he knows he has that Annihilation if he needs an extra burst of HP. He knows he has Gangsta Ghana available. He knows he has the sound barrier that he was able to go in with. And he's just able to play so confidently and hold that. But now Team Kirai need to look to try hold off the inevitable vendetta that was eventually going to come out on the attack from Synex. She's been running A this time.
On this vendetta, the wall forces Gligger off the high ground.
What a wall!
Play.
Oh
what
my
a
god!
Wall. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Cheeseburger is the Noah. Void does manage to find Sonic, though. Immediately shut down the vendetta out of the fight for Team Timidflow. Sonic's going to swap back onto the Hanzo, and do you know what? Why not? It was working really, really well. Upgraded Lucio manages to fall to a Pharaoh rocket from Zachfield.
Wall to buy a little bit of space. Gangsta Ghana built a lot of window charge already, leading the way in terms of building ult. 69% now on the window. I think Team Timidflow should just look to build that up and try scale your Baptiste to the high ground. Because look, they're forcing Team Kirai back, and Team Kirai are in this awkward high ground spot again.
Oh, Sonic finds Zachfield. Excellent shot. Can he find more? They need it. The damage is there. What a wall! Excellent wall from Cheeseburger. Okay, Synex does go down, but this could be a very, very good opportunity for them to get a cap on this point. Oh, found Emergence. Manages to find Void. Excellent wall again. My goodness. Cheeseburger is lethal on this May.
You gotta be smart if you play these kind of heroes.
Cheeseburger only plays the funny heroes like Torb, Sim, May. The absolute nightmare for the enemy team. And look at the space they're gaining from just the May wall, just this whole sort of attack here. Oh, the May freeze could be big. Manages to trap the Ramatra And
course,
now
the wall
another
there.
excellent wall. Okay, does need to be careful though. Sort of split up here. A little bit of tough situation here. The Tidal Blast, not going to find anything. Is low HP. Does have the ultimate in the bank. Gligger just needs to try and stay alive. Still walled off. Trying to live as much as possible. Look at the Baptiste window. Trying to stay alive. The Juno Ray excellently placed by Stumpy Penguin. But the Hanzo Strike going in. Look at the damage. Sonics finds one. Very, very low. Meanwhile, Zackfield does manage to find a great Lucio. And Gligger does find Sonics. Emergent still alive. Finds Zackfield. And they're still going to keep pushing. This is a double-decker bus that won't stop rolling. My goodness.
Void has the overclock ready to go when he comes back, though. Emergence needs to try and walk him down with the Annihilation, or Timidflow needs to try and build the beat, but he's still 15% away.
Still alive, still tanking damage, but their healing is so strong. Gligger is pretty much a raid boss right now. Still alive.
The beat comes in! Oh!
Beautiful beat to try and counteract the overclock, but they're still tanking. Gligger somehow wins, even with Emergence's beat. And Immortality Field somehow wins. Gligger just wants to get the kill. Rolls in, gets free. Sonic's beautiful shot. But to no avail, sadly. Ooh, just sidesteps. Some of them blasts, but good bit of play by Team Kirai.
Great from Team Kirai.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Gligger doing a very good job of kind of surviving the torrential downpour of what Team Timidflow are laying on him. Credit to his supports as well, but now Mudkip has the Tidal Blast available. Cheeseburger has the Blizzard this time, has the Blizzard perk, so the team gets a little bit of move speed, a little bit of healing when in the Blizzard. Doesn't mean too much, but the wall means more. Separating Gligger a little bit from his team, but there's a gap in the wall. Almost a Majax though.
But it forced out the, oh my goodness. Void is so low, the Tidal Blast used. Void's still alive, Zackfield finds one. They're going to keep on going here. Gligger still has the ultimate in the bank. So disciplined, Zackfield manages to find two. Cheeseburger gets a cheeky kill. Still alive.
That stagger was big.
It was.
Doesn't get the wave.
Stagger.
The Blizzard and the window were burned there, and it felt like Team Kirai didn't even use too much. They only used the Tidal Blast because Gligger was able to get to the corner in Nemesis form. Gets that bit of armor to give him a little bit more damage resistance, and now it's just Synex with the Dragon Strike. Cheeseburger not too sure on what character he wants to play.
Sim.
There we go, onto the Sim. Love to see that. Maybe just looking to build a Sim wall quite quickly because Sim can build ult very, very fast. Team Kirai, though, they have 3 ults in their pocket. 3 powerful ults as well. Zafkiel could look for the barrage this time. Maybe it'll find more purchase than it did in Team Kirai's offense. Stimpy Penguin with the Ray as well, and
Cheeseburger on the flank! Manages to find one. A nice hand to strike. Oh my goodness, gets Zackfield really, really low, but Mudkip manages to find Cheeseburger. Gligger is low, but the healing is so strong. Look at this, manages to keep him up. Okay, they've brought out 2 ults.
Oh, the torpedo!
From the side of Team Kirai. The torpedo manages to find Synex. They need to back away here. Job done for Team Timidflow. They built some ults. They just need to back away. Do not commit. Do not use these ults. Save them for the last fight. You have 3 nearly in the bank. 40 seconds. Void is close to the overclock. Yes, Mudkip's close to the Tidal Blast. But Zackfield does have that barrage.
It's on the shoulders of the captain right now for Team Kirai. He needs to come up huge, needs to hit Timidflow before he can get this beat off, but he basically has it built. This could be huge for Timidflow, but the pick by Void on the Cheeseburger!
Zappers goes down. The beat is still in the bank. They need to sort of use it, otherwise those supports will be falling down. Gangster Guard are low HP, but look at Gligger still alive, just tanking out on point. They can maybe get a recon.
Void close to the overclock.
Incredible! What a shot! But does go down. The Tidal Blast used on Mudkip. He used it on himself. Tries to get a kill. Does manage to get one.
Zackfield!
Finds one. Can it be true? Emergence finds 2, but it's going to be tied. Series 1-1. Oh my goodness. My word. What a down to the wire last bit of overtime that was. Very, very close. Gligger having a lot better performance in that in that second round. I mean, look at this. Just walking forward, just tanking so much. 800 HP he was up to.
Great
Excellent
boss.
stuff. Absolute raid boss moment. So much armor. But I must say, what a series we have now. 1-1. Excellent performance by Team Timidflow. But Team Kirai, a lot better in that towards the end of that defense, but they do have some weaknesses that Team Timidflow can exploit. Cynics, absolutely legendary performance on that Hanzo. Very, very clean. And was just able to sort of match just Void's sort of output on the Sojourn. Just able to get the picks where needed. Some of the Dragon Strikes. I mean, how rare is it to get a decent kill on Dragon Strikes nowadays when everyone has so much mobility? I mean, it's incredible. I mean, he got like 4 or 5 Dragon Strike kills in that game. So, pretty incredible stuff. But, Sky, what has to change for either team? Like, what do they bring this? Do they keep the same momentum that they have? I mean, Team Timidflow, they've got some momentum behind them now. They've got to maintain it. But Team Kirai, they've sort of lost a little bit. So, how do you sort of get it back?
I I don't think I said they lost it. I think Team Timberflow just played really well on that map,
Yeah.
particularly their offense. They stumbled a little bit in the secondary, but that secondary is quite hard to push. But Team Kirai, it was very close. I mean, you saw how close they were to some ults. Void was 4% off overclock when he died. Mudkip managed to get a kill onto upgrade Lucio or Timidflow, sorry. And then Zafkiel came back, got a couple kills, but then Emergence had just built the Annihilation. So it was very close that map. So honestly, I don't know if much needs to necessarily change for Team Kira. I think these are just two evenly matched teams. I think now that they have the map choice, though, they need to go to a map that will favor how they're playing right now, which kind of is how Team Timberflow are playing as well. They're both kind of playing a bit of a brawly style. Ideally, you get on a map. Maybe, I mean, let's see the maps that remain in the map pool. You can go to Suravasa, or sorry, I say Suravasa like it's the only Flashpoint map, Suravasa or Atlas for Flashpoint. You can go to Coliseo, Runasapi, or New Queen Street, or you can go to Watchpoint Gibraltar, Dorado, or Rialto. Personally, I mean, I like Suravasa as a map personally, but I do think
Yes.
we have a map that has come in by Team Kirai, an interesting pick. It is Rialto.
Rialto.
We are off to Venice for the time being. It's an interesting pick by Team Kirai. They've struggled a little bit, I think, on Rialto at times. They struggled against Team Alf. We saw it last game, but maybe the script will be a little bit different versus Team Timidflow. I think the Echo can find a little bit of value on this map, but we've seen how good Zafkiel is on that Echo. Able to find so much value on that hero, but we also know how good Synax is on the Echo, and I feel like we also know how good Synax is on the Hanzo, which he can definitely go to on a map like Rialto. So maybe they'd look to ban out the Hanzo. That's what I'd maybe expect from Team Kura here if they're picking a long range map after being pummeled by the Hanzo. But no, they go for the Ramatra ban instead, taking Emergence down a notch. Did look quite good on that Ramatra at times, but I think there's maybe a better ban in there. Team Timberflow banning the BAP, smart ban. Take out Stimpy Penguin just a little bit, keep him off of his preferred hero, but he does look good on the Juno. He's been able to do so much healing on that hero. So I imagine he'll probably just stick to the Juno. Denies some of the poke comp that maybe Team Kirai would look to play with Sig, Bapalari. That they might want to go for. That's kind of denied just a little bit. But I don't know. I think there's maybe a better ban than the BAP because
Yes.
now, or a better ban than the Ram, sorry, because now Synax kind of just has free reign. I don't think you like Emergence is not that he was necessarily playing like bad. He was a very influential factor in the game, but I feel like you want to ban out the DPS of Team Team Timberflow. Sorry, you want to try lock out either the Echo or the Hanzo here. I think that's when you start bringing out some of the big bans rather than banning the Ramatra here. Personally,
We do have the Sunset Rialto map available. I think this is actually one of the prettiest versions of Rialto. Looks very nice. But both teams tied in the series. Penguin Yummy too. That's so nice of you, thank you. Cheeseburger hovering the right in spawn.
We did get a glimpse of the comps there. The Ana Alari can be quite pokey. Team Kirai still not giving up on this poke style of play. Didn't work too well against Team Alpha. Could work a little bit better against Team Timidflow though. Ana can play quite pokey, particularly when Stimpy Penguin gets that headshot perk online. You do so much damage. We'll be able to 2-tap anyone on their team, I think. Maybe Synex might live with a little bit of HP, not too sure. But Team Timidflow going for the Vendetta. Looking very, very strong on the Vendetta in the past. Maybe
there's a Desire bubble as well. So it's going to be really, really nice. Look at this. Like, just look at the space. You have to give her.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Oh, and she nearly taken down Gliga. Gliga caught in no man's land, goes down.
The nade, though.
Deuce managed to get the kill, so it is trade. My bad, says Gliga in old chat. Caught out a little bit. Just excellent play. The Sim TP up to the high ground. Just rushes everybody onto Gliga, and, you know, once that comes out, it's just no mercy.
Yeah, I mean, what can you really do when the burst damage of Team Timidflow is that high?
Oh, they're gonna try it again. Maybe. Zachfield in the back line trying to poke. Gangster Ghana does find Void. It's just going to be really easy. 5 minutes and 30 seconds just walked onto point. Not many kills in particular, but it's just excellent. Emergence gets the kill onto Zachfield. Oh, shut down, though, was Synex.
But look how much space he's got for his team. He forced Gliga all the way back. They're playing like they're defending like they've already got it past the choke.
And they've set the Sim turrets up in that room, so it's going to be really, really hard to sort of push out without taking a lot of damage. Zachfield on the Farret instead of the Echo.
This poke comp is struggling versus the aggression of Team Timidflow. Even though Team Kirai have done a lot of damage, but there goes Void. Not able to play the game. Mudkip tries to respond with the Captive Sun, but he's looking for something and not finding much at all. Lands onto Emergence, who'll just bubble himself.
Oh, it's slightly wasted. Stumpy Bacon will get the kill onto Synex, however, though. We will be able to get a little bit of breathing room here, but Emergence still there. They don't give up a lot of space at all. My goodness, look at the amount of turrets in that room. It'd be absolutely horrible. Oh, nearly dying to Lucio there was Zachfield. But it's massive from Gliga. What a flux that was. Does potentially get the kill. Yes, Stumpy Bacon will secure it on Gangster Ghana, but good bit of play. Nano boost used. Same with the flux. And the, obviously, Mudkip's Captive Sun. So, we do have
no ults. No ults for Team Kirai at the moment, yeah. Team Timidflow have basically 4 Synex coming up on the Sundering Blade as well. Kind of on the shoulders of Void, Mudkip, and Stimpy Penguin just try to get an early pick before they can really go in, and they get close.
Emergence finds Gliga, but
Cheeseburger, where'd you go? That's the
no way! Oh my goodness, falls off the map. The rock apparently stunned Gliga. Might be because he died and then threw the rock. Like before he died, and that must have knocked him off. That's why it didn't really count as an environmental kill. That is incredible. Nice. Oh my goodness, what a grab. Incredible grab.
The healing.
And they get the kill. What a bit of play. And see, there's no barrage in this for now. The beat to try and push forward, and look at the kill. Look at the damage output followed up. Getting a little bit of a stagger there. My goodness, what a grab from Emergence. You know, we talked about Amira being really, really huge for Team Timidflow yesterday, but Emergence has come in and settled in absolutely fine. What a bit of play that was.
Matching the moves of Miro quite a lot here. It's like nothing ever changed, and Synex has the Sundering Blade, but Void goes for the Overclock, looking for some value. The nade lands onto Cheeseburger. Synex trying to zone them back. The TP isn't really too coordinated.
Isn't good enough, but they do get the kill. The Zachfield does find 1, gets 2. Excellent barrage. Able to turn this around for Team Kirai. Maybe gets the 3rd. Will be taken by Gliga, but they will just back away here. The boop! Ooh, not there. Not another one for Zachfield, but Cheeseburger getting a little bit of little bit of trauma now, constantly falling off the map, constantly being booped off the map. Needs to be a little bit careful.
He just wants to go for a swim.
I mean, who wouldn't on this amazing map?
Double support ult available for Team Kirai, but Timidflow gets to start with the Kitsune.
The
Nano boost on the Void.
Good
kill by Mudkip on the
anything
cheeseburger.
yet. Oh, tries to TP out.
Oh.
A little bit careful. But Gligger is high energy. Return on the Zarya and already nearly 60% to a grab. Excellent bit of play.
Curious as to why Gangsta Ghana and Upgrade and Timidflow seem to have swapped roles. Timidflow was on the Lucio on King's Road, now he's on the Kiriko, and Gangsta Ghana's on the Lucio. So I'm a little bit confused as to that, but it seems to be working as they have 2.5 minutes to go, and Cheeseburger gets the opening pick.
Bit of space gain there, a lot of high energy in the meantime, but Gligger finds Sinex. Sinex not getting the same amount of value that he was yesterday. To try and maybe get a TP on that back line. They need to sort of map this. Zarya on point, still contesting. A nice grab. Maybe get the return grab as well. They are low. To survive it though, could be worth it. The counter grab in the meantime is bigger. And it's going to be Zachfield finding 2 with 1 rocket. Stampy Penguin going to get Gangsta Ghana instead. 2 minutes on the clock for Team Timidflow to push this to the last checkpoint.
They can just farm some ults. Gangsta Ghana has the beat ready to go. Can maybe save it for the captive son, or maybe we'll be forced to use it for the barrage. But honestly, I think Team Timidflow, they just try to take a dry fight, force Zafkiel to use the ult, maybe even get the Blossom out of Void as well, and then go in with your own ults. But nope, they don't care what I have to say. They're going with the beat.
They're going in. They're going for the beat. They're looking straight at that Anna. She's 1 HP. But the barrage is there. And you've just watched Stampy Penguin. You do not win that. Especially with the amount of crit Anna you can sort of build. Increased damage. Void manages to get to, and a bit of a waste there. Poor coordination from Team Timidflow, but they have built some ults in the meantime though.
So have Team Kirai. I know Gangsta Ghana won't have the beat for any of the... They don't have a defensive ult. They need to rely on the mechanics of their players. They need Sinex to come up huge. If there's any time for him to get back into the game, it's now. But Stimpy Penguin could look for the Nano onto Void. As Void's maybe looking for the Blossom, goes in. Gangsta Ghana completely so
very
down.
Well. Wasted Nano. Oh, but Cheeseburger could go down. Zachfield finds it, but it is a bit of a waste of Nano.
It's a bit of a waste because it doesn't get a lot of kills, but it does get a lot of space. Void commands so much room, and it leaves Cheeseburger high and dry. Little headshot from Mudkip as well there, and now Mudkip has the captive son. If the Kiriko Suzu can be forced out, this could be massive.
Oh, the sneaky blossom, No, gives
Not
away.
going for it, the sim wall.
Nice sim wall. He's a look through. Void finds 2.
No.
Plus the captive son as well. It's not going to be enough. They're going to clean house. This will be a 3rd-point hold for Team Kirai. A lot better on this composition. Tries to get there, Gangsta Ghana, but no, they're not going to.
Surprising.
It's over to you.
I mean, I think this is proof that Gligger needs to stay on the Zarya, because as soon as he got on Zarya, look how much he was doing. On the Sigma, it's not like he was playing bad. He got that big flux. They got a couple kills to give them a little bit of a hold on the 2nd point, but when he went to the Zarya, he just looked like he was doing so much. And it felt like Team Timidflow, they were just kind of banging their heads against the wall. This full poke comp by Team Kirai, I don't really like it. It's too passive. It's too reliant on players like, particularly Mudkip, I would say, to just land so many kills, so many early picks. Staying with Stimpy Penguin, it's so reliant on their supports to try be a lot of the early picks, considering they're running this double DPS line, or double flex DPS line with the Void Reaper and the Zafkiel Farah, but now Gligger's staying on the Zarya for the offense, which I do like to see. I don't hate Mudkip staying on Alari, even though it might be a little bit better to go on to something like the Lucio, or maybe even the Wuyang. Alari is quite good on this map, it's quite long range, so you can go for quite a lot of picks on Alari. Gangsta Ghana on his Wuyang though, probably going to look quite good. Upgrade Lucio, still on the Kiriko. Sinex going back on the Hanzo, notably. As Emergence goes on the Diva, that might be difficult. But Emergence needs to just try control the high ground, which you can do with the help of Cheeseburger. But Team Kirai start their attack. They only need to get it to the end and they'll win. Team Timidflow didn't get a full cap. Bubble onto Void already.
Damage instantly eaten. And no damage given.
Both teams, I think, are just going to try chill out a little bit. Team Kirai can afford to be a little bit pokier as Mudkip. Yep, there we go.
Does manage to find the opener, and Gangster Ghana does go down. Oh, caught out. Void on this Reaper. Getting a little bit hungry. Wants to get to make it free. Oh, but the healing just in time. Void goes down. Tilting. Cheeseburger. Very tilting. Excellent healing, though, from Gangster Ghana. Back just in time.
Dynex really doesn't know what to play. He's swapping heroes on the Hanzo, now he's on the Ashe. Not seen the Ashe from him in this tournament, I believe.
Playing Good shot by Stimpy Penguin. Heroes.
Gangster Ghana got me dropping very low.
Needs to try and stay alive.
Stimpy Penguin could maybe get the Nano online in this fight if needed, but Emergence is forced to take a ground fight against the Zarya, which is not good as a diva because the beam does go through the defense matrix.
Is huge. The nade is huge onto Cheeseburger. Very, very low. Has to play really, really slow. Look at this high-powered Zarya. You can't do anything when she's on point. She will just melt you. Literal Death Star Ray in her hands.
Dynex, that's not where you want to be.
No. Dynex struggling in this early phase of the defense. It's very comfortable for Team Kirai.
You've got. I mean, this comes back down to the bans. You can't be banning BAP. You get rid of the Stimpy Penguin's BAP. Yeah, sure, it's good, right? He's good at BAP. But that's not the problem. The BAP is not the problem. The problem is Gligger on this Zarya, Void on this Reaper. Those are the things that are causing you issues. Those are the things that are shutting down your star man. Cynex unable to get a look in. And even the Ana, look at the amount of pressure that Stimpy Penguin's providing. And look at the ults for Team Kirai. They basically have 5 ults ready to go. Team Timidflow only have double support ult. Cheeseburger coming up on the sim wall, but I don't know how much he'll be able to do when Gligger uses the BAP already.
Sunny Rush used. 2 go down. Void with the Death Blossom. Zachfield does manage to get one of the rockets off. Void low HP. Cheeseburger TP's out just in time, but Zachfield finds the rocket onto Emergence. A little bit mentally boomed here. They're going to have to really slow it down here. They have to find a little bit of a foothold in this game. Bob onto point to sort of contest. Ult's forced. Excellent Bob indeed. Gligger does find Sunix though. Sunix does find one with the Bob. Maybe 2. Excellent Bob on point, Sunix. Good bit of play. Cheeseburger finds 1. Stagger a little bit onto Stumpy Penguin, but a good bit of play there. Finally, a bit of breathing room. 3 minutes on the board, but only 4 meters for them to sort of push Team Timidflow.
3 ults used by Team Timidflow. They used the Wu Yang, they used the Bob, and they used the Sim Wall. Gangster Ghana going over to the Lucio. Try and maybe build a defensive ult against Team Kirai, but Cheeseburger caught out. Oh my god,
goodness.
The cleanse.
So risky. Excellent cleanse by Grady Lucio. They need to try and build this Graviton really, really quick if they want a chance to do something with it. Sonic's half HP needs to be healed up here. Goes down. Void, there's just no escape. He's got free roam. The barrage. Oh, it's huge. Nano barrage. Finds Brawl, actually. Excellent play. Not enough to get the pentakill, but it's beautiful play. It's
massive barrage from Grafkill there. The nano boost onto him as well just allowed that barrage to absolutely nuke everyone on the point. As Team Kirai, they get the second objective. Not too far to go now, only around 60 meters left to go. Team Timidflow coming up on the grab, needs to be huge from Emergence.
Void. Just so tanky, just walks around, doesn't even, goes down to about 120 HP, but then also just gets healed straight back up. The overall, like, healing is so strong on the side of Team Kirai. Stumpy Penguin is having such a good game. The Graviton Surge used, but Void's got another Death Blossom. Oh my goodness, finds free. It's Void's world, we're just living in it. And this could be it. This could be it for Team Timidflow in this third map, Rialto.
Emergence
managed to get the kill. Low HP though. The cleanse just in time to try and keep him alive. Needs to try and get a kill onto Zafkiel Emergence finds 2. 35% to another grab. But they've got a lot of ults online for Team Kirai. They're just stacking ultimates. Yes, they've got both Beat and that Kasona Rush used. But look, it's almost another nanoed
Ooh, good pick, though.
barrage online. But good pick from Cynics on the Cassidy.
Gangsta Ghana needs to be so
map.
good with this beat. Needs to be so disciplined with it. Can't get baited. Same with Timidflow. Can't get baited into using Suzu. Because you need the beat for the grab. You need the beat for the barrage. It feels like it's kind of inevitable for Team Kirai at this point, unless there's a couple of miracle picks, because the double support ult, I don't think we'll be able to do enough as Zafkiel's...
Oh, the barrage! It's huge!
Oh!
It's huge! The combination just receives the nano boost. What a combo. All ults used for the side of Team Kirai, and they're just going to look to push this out. No one can contest here. Surely not. And it's just going to be them securing this Rialto map. What a bit of play that was. It was a madness and badness combination. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I mean, we just have to see this again. It was absolutely sensational.
Which one will it be?
I think probably... Oh, okay, it's going to be this one. Over the wall as well. Look at this. It's beautiful stuff. It was 3-2 to Kirai on that Rialto game. They're very, very close. Each game has been close. You know, we've seen 2-1 on the first map, 3-2 on the Rialto, and then 2-1 on King's Row as well. So, and the current scoreline does say 2-1. So very, very close game, but it's just moments like that decides games. Such good ult charging, like the way they just stack them ults and just release them all at the perfect time. And the cleanse was so mistimed though. They weren't able to cleanse out of the grab, which is very, very unlucky. But it is what it is.
Gangsta Ghana couldn't get the beat off in time. Not that it would have mattered, to be honest. They would have just got ripped through because Zafkiel got nanoed at the end. And if your team Timidflow, you gotta try find a bit of a miracle right now. You're one map away from potentially going out in third, as Group A are really appearing to be the stronger group at the moment. Team Kirai maybe looking to get ahead here. And if you're Team Timidflow, maybe you just gotta look for a map because there's too many factors that are annoying, right? So you look at Team Kirai, right? What are the points that are annoying? Basically everyone, right? But the main ones are Gligger on this Zarya, Void on this Reaper, and even Zafkiel on this Pharah, right? Those are the main pain points I feel that Team Timidflow are really feeling at the moment. So right now, you either need to try pick a map that denies Pharah and ban one of Zarya Reaper, or pick a map that kind of denies Zarya and Reaper and ban Pharah, right? Escort is out the pool, so you can't go to Gibraltar, which would kind of neuter the Zarya just a little bit. At the moment, you can still go to, if we look at the map pool real quick, you can still go to Flashpoint or Push. So you can go to Atlas, Saravasa, Colosseo, Runasapi, or New Queen Street. If I'm being honest, they're all quite good for what they want to do. Yeah. But we do have a map pick in from Team Timidflow at the moment. And it looks like we're going to be headed to Saravasa. So I'm expecting this is quite good for Zarya Reaper. So maybe, and it's good, it's decent for Pharah as well. But honestly, it's maybe the best of a bad bunch for Team Timidflow here. You'd probably ideally want something like a Gibraltar or even a Dorado if you could, but Team Kirai took that away from them by picking the Rialto. I wasn't sure of it when they picked it, but now it's clearly reaping the rewards. But I'm really worried about who they'll ban here. They could go for the Pharah ban. I kind of expect them to go for the Pharah ban, but I honestly don't think it's the correct call. I think they need to get rid of this Zarya. Gligger is doing so much on that hero. I don't want to say he's carrying Team Kirai, but he's doing so much. But no, they go for the Reaper ban. That's honestly, I was just about to add on that the Reaper ban is equally as valid. It is Reaper Void is doing so much, and I'm glad they weren't baited into banning the Pharah here because while Zafkiel's finding a lot of value, I think it's
Void was definitely more of the problem in that game.
I would agree. You neuter the composition more if you ban Reaper or Zarya than you do Pharah, because then the combo can still kind of exist. The ball ban from Team Kirai, yep. I was about to say very smart ban by Team Kirai there. Emergence can go to the ball, and Surabasa, popular ball map, very good option. So they kind of shut that down for Team Timidflow. But I do think Team Timidflow got the higher value ban, because Emergence has looked quite good on a lot of tanks he's played today. He's known for his ball, but he was good on the Reaper. Oh, no, not the Reaper. Oh my goodness, I got baited by the ban. He looked good on the Ramatra, sorry. He also looked very good on the Zarya. So I expect we'll maybe get to see... maybe... I think he's more comfortable on the Ram, so I think we might get to see the Ramatra come out from Emergence. And then maybe Cheeseburger going with the Sim or the Torb. With Synex maybe finally going on to the Vendetta. Vendetta can go crazy on this map. But we'll have to see how they get on a map like Surabasa.
It's an excellent bounce back game for Team Kirai. So can they secure this series win in this map? It's match point. And I must say, I've just received a bit of a replay, but it was actually an Ajax.
Yeah.
For Gangster Ghana, I'm staggered. That's 2 Ajaxes for Team Timidflow.
I think that Ajax is less egregious, because even if he got it off, like, it wouldn't matter. Like,
yeah,
Zachfield got nanoed. Like, it was gonna. He was killing everyone, whether there was a beat or not. If I'm being honest. I think it was kind of doomed for Team Timidflow when they were out. Team Kirai had double their ults, so a little bit difficult to navigate. But Team Timidflow just they need to try bounce back here.
Brush me.
Ajax! So nearly got it off. It's just a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is.
So close to getting that off, but yeah, I don't see it making the biggest difference. But maybe I'm wrong, because the grav was ending. It was towards the tail end of the grav. I feel there wasn't much they could do there. I think Surabasa. They played Surabasa yesterday, I believe, against who was it? I need to try and remember. It might have been was it Team Timidflow picking this versus Team Joby? I might be wrong. Or it might have been Unknown or something. It might be Team Alf. I think I'm misremembering. But I remember one of these teams either sweeping or being swept on Surabasa. It might have been Team Kirai getting swept on Surabasa.
Brush on me.
Oh, Ajax! To see if they can get redemption on Surabasa this time round. We'll have to see what they do, though, now that the Reaper's gone. Because Void, he's looked good on the Reaper, but he's not
really shown on anything else.
Yeah, he's not being too convincing on a lot of other heroes. Yeah, the poor Gangster Ghana getting outed twice. Like, it wasn't that bad of an Ajax. But I see the Echo. I imagine this is Team Kirai, maybe. Yeah, there it is. Stimpy Penguin on the Juno could tell that. Void on the Echo this time. Zafkiel on the Genji. Synex, yep, there's the Vendetta. Emergence on the Ramatra as well. Gangster Ghana back on his Baptiste. As Cheeseburger goes to the Bastion, looking maybe to just try burn Gligger down, force some bubbles, and then send in the cavalry with the DPS line. But early pressure taken by Team Timidflow here.
Indeed. They've got the flip immediately on. Look at them torpedoes doing so much damage, and there we are. Followed up by the stickies from Void. And Cheeseburger does fall, but can they get a potential kill back into the... Oh my goodness, look at this healing. It's incredible. And somebody just turn it around. Mudkip manages to find Synex. Zachfield was so deep there. And somehow lived. Mudkip gets a fair few free kills there. My goodness.
Stimpy Penguin is matching window charge. That is nuts. He's Juno. Window builds like twice as fast as Orbital Ray. Stimpy Penguin was doing a ludicrous amount of healing and a ludicrous amount of damage as well on the
They know he's there.
They know! Oh
they
no!
Know.
They must have heard him. No Wraith Form or teleport to bail you out that time, Void. Cynex off the Vendetta onto the Tracer. Looked really good on the Tracer on Lijiang. Mudkip dropping dangerously low there. Surely will go down. No. Stimpy Penguin manages to bail him out.
Oh, they do have they have flipped it, so they get the kill onto Zakiel. It's a bit of a stagger. Silent's gonna clean house from behind. Very low there. Good bit of play, and Team Timidflow maybe potentially could close this one out. They got maybe one more contest. Team Kirai, but it's 75% and counting. Flashpoint counts up a little bit quicker.
3 ults pretty much available for Team Timidflow as well. Timidflow coming up on the sound barrier as well. 80% of the way there. Emergence quite far away from the Annihilation, but Annihilation can build quite quickly. I'd look for an earlier artillery strike here, to be honest.
Oh, they're gonna try and contest. Does get the stun away. Oh my goodness, then he kills himself with a deflect, and you can't see anything with that. Oh my god, the blade!
Two with the blade!
Blades two! Make it free. Beautiful stuff.
There's only one blade in this lobby, and it is Zafkiel's as it rips through 3 of Team Timidflow, and they didn't even get to use the sound barrier, but they do have it now, as they can maybe save it for Gligger's grab. They've all been so huge. He's quite low on charge at the moment, though. Not able to get too much in the bank. Just got his perk, so you imagine he's going to be able to get a little bit, getting 2 per right click. 94% of the way to his ult, but Emergence very close to the Annihilation as well. You have to imagine he'll build that, which is basically almost an extra life for Ramatra, as he gets so much health, but whoa! Engage beat as Glue goes down!
The grab is used. Zakiel does find one, but Cheeseburger manages to get the kill away, and it's going to be an excellent flip. Really well taken fight. I think Gligger just hesitates a little bit. They could have potentially just maybe ulted directly in the door, like the Graviton Surge directly in like the sort of the entranceway, and it would have just stopped the whole of Team Kirai from reaching the point.
Did he have it online? He was very. Did he have it available?
I think he did.
Unfortunate misplay by Gligger there. The beat from Timidflow, able to just kind of explode onto the point almost, and now Emergence has the Annihilation, which will probably allow Team Timidflow to get early control of the point, as Void is dangerously low at the moment. Cynet's close on the Pulse Bomb as well, but Zakiel gets the opening pick.
Ooh.
2!
Play finds 2.
Surely not 3!
Find the 3. Gets the reset. There you go. Love to see it.
Zakiel, what? This is a captain leading his team at the moment. Zakiel finding so much value on this Genji. We've seen him on the Pharah, we've seen him on the Echo. He can play anything and he will find value. But now Team Timidflow, they have 2 ults available, basically 3, almost 4. Gangster Ghana coming up on the window, and all that Team Kirai have is the Tidal Blast. But Void goes down to the Lucio of all things.
Void does go down a little bit uncomfortable when he's not on Reaper. But oh my goodness, gets the dash and the reset as well.
A blade from Zakiel.
The blade could be huge.
Finds one.
Oh my goodness, it's too big. It's too
Finds
big.
2. Zakiel. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, could potentially get a bit of a third, but Emergence was having none of it. A little bit, probably an anger ultimate. Maybe probably could swap here. I'm not
Maybe looking
sure.
to swap, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. No.
No.
Just thought he could
really?
clutch it out. I mean, I respect it. I respect the attempt. Window online for Team Timidflow. Orbital Ray close to being online for Team Kirai. That Annihilation would really come in handy. First that Orbital Ray now. Gangsta Ghana, good window, taking a little bit of space though.
They do manage to drop it. They're just kiting so well. Careful of the deflect. But it's...
Oh, the copy.
It's an excellent copy. And it's just dealing so much damage. Stampy Penguins there. Beautiful stuff from Void. It's going to be even Stevens. 1-1.
Proving that he's not just a Reaper one trick.
He is not. He is now an Echo Reaper 2 trick.
And a Ram. He plays the Ram as well. Gonna flex to the Ram. Good copy there by Void, finding a couple kills. The Orbital Ray was used. I think it might be a little bit unnecessary from Stimpy Penguin, but Gligger does have the grab. And there's not much to respond with Team Timidflow unless Upgrade Lucio is able to build this beat very, very quickly. Cheeseburger trying to take the initiative. Shield from Emergence manages to help him, but Gligger's so close to this grab. Pick onto Zakiel though.
Does manage to find Zakiel, but he's so low.
The grab.
Excellent
the big grab. About ready.
It's massive, but it's not enough.
Don't use it.
But Mudkip finds 2 though. Both supports down here for Team Timidflow. Could potentially maybe flip this round. It supports versus support. Echo, Void manages to find one plus the tidal blast, and it's just over in seconds. Mudkip,
Where is the beat?
Oh my goodness.
Where is the beat?
In the
what?
pocket.
He built the beat in the grab and didn't use it. Maybe he thought his team would just win, but the clutch up from Void and Mudkip, the tidal blast was forced out, to be fair. So now, saving the beat, they can engage with it. But it's going to be an awkward situation because now he doesn't know whether to engage or hold it for the Zafkiel Blades that have been so massive. Cheeseburger maybe going to be able to bail him out, though, with a massive ult here, but it's not finding too much.
Doesn't get a lot from that. Needs to try maybe be a little bit careful, though. We have... Oh, there it is.
Big window.
Timed window. Beautiful timing. Managed to secure the kill on Gligger, but it's looking pretty shaky now. Greater Lucio manages to find the kill onto Zafkiel, and Emergence follows up. 70% now, however, for Team Kirai. They've got to hold out here, Team Timidflow. They can't afford to lose any more progress.
They have the sound barrier and they have the annihilation waiting in the wings. The annihilation can be good into the Juno ult because you can just deny a lot of space in it while you get pocketed by your Baptiste. Void does have the copy again, though, and Zafkiel has the blade. This beat needs to be massive from Timidflow. Can't hold it this time. Early.
Oh, look how low Greater Lucio is. Oh my god, he goes down!
He goes down!
The beat! My goodness! Oh, it's been too conservative with this beat. Void just walks in, didn't even use the blade, but no, now look at the ult economy. They've built ults now, 62% to grab. We know how quickly that, literally in the next fight, Gligger could probably build that. Mudkip's close as well, 89%.
They do get a
Can
touch.
they even get a touch?
I think they do just about. Mudkip, though, takes down Sinex. That's the touch. Tries to be
No,
up. He doesn't make it.
Doesn't make it.
There is no
Too
touch.
early. Oh my goodness. Team Timidflow falling apart. My goodness. I'm absolutely staggered. Zafkiel just going to clean house.
That is maybe the worst case scenario for Team Timidflow. Thankfully, Emergence held on to the annihilation, and when Timidflow finally does go for the beat, it doesn't even do anything. It was a good try to go for the beat to try get the extra momentum to make it to the point after Mudkip got that massive kill onto Sinex to stop the Tracer touch from the flank. But now it's all on Cheeseburger to try to find a massive pick with the artillery strike, but isn't finding anything.
But look what's available. It's the blade. Needs to back away. Zafkiel's low, and they do.
There we go.
They do get the flip onto the point, which is really good stuff for them. They hold on. Oh wait, they maybe want to try and turn this around. Maybe needs to be really careful. Emergence, low HP.
In trouble, denying a lot of the value of this Ray though.
But in the meantime, look at Void on the flank. Manages to find Cheeseburger. Emergence, low HP. Your supports are looking at you, buddy.
Team Timidflow have the point at the moment,
Void,
though.
in the meantime, look how high energy. And look who's back. The whole team is. Sinex back. Doesn't even get the kill onto Stumpy Penguin, but Greater Lucio does. But they use everything there. Team Midflow. And look at the DPS. They just keep building these ults. Zafkiel hasn't used his blade in the last 2 fights. Void just keeps building copies like no tomorrow. It's left, right, and center.
Oh, the nade! Copy forward!
Copied as well, but immediately taken down. Okay, one up down for Team Kirai. The blade could be big. Half HP. The blade's big.
There's one.
Takes away.
There's
5-2. Beautiful stuff from Team Kirai. This blade, Zafkiel has just been an absolute shining light for them. He wants to send his team to the grand finals of this tournament. 64% and counting. 30% remaining.
Last chance saloon for Team Timidflow. They have the beat. They could engage with it. Team Kirai does have the Tidal Blast ready to go, and you're going to expect Gligger to be able to build this. Grab 67% on the ult. Sinex can maybe build the Noon. Might not do too much though, as he drops very low already. Gligger not even had a bubble for us. Pick onto Void!
Finds Void. Tidal Blade goes in. It's big.
Oh!
Stuns loads. Gets the reset off with his dash. Oh my goodness. Gets another one as well. Beautiful stuff. My
There's
goodness.
no beats!
There's no beat still, but Team Kirai, you're going to the grand finals of the US Draft Tournament 2026. My goodness, what a performance from Zach Friel. What a performance from Team Kirai. And unfortunate for Team Timidflow, their magical, wonderful, whimsical story ends today. It's GG's all around. They finished 3rd overall. But now is the time for Zach Friel to lead his team into the grand finals with a lot of momentum behind them. And can they possibly do it? We'll have to see. I mean, thoughts on that, Sky? Just overall debrief of that match.
It's tricky for Team Timidflow there. It
Yeah.
felt like they were just kind of outpaced the whole time, and I feel so bad for some of the players on Team Timidflow, particularly Upgrade, Lucio, and
Yeah.
Synex. They've been top performers the entire tournament, and it just felt like in the small little pivotal moments. I mean, Team Timidflow died, and they had 2 ults available. And it's just it felt so, the timings were just so off, just a little bit for Team Timidflow, because even when Zafkiel got that massive blade in the penultimate fight, Upgrade Lucio was about 3% off of beat. It was so close so many times. So commiserations to Team Timidflow. They had a very, very good run throughout the entire time, going from starting 4v5 down one of their players to then finishing 3rd in our tournament, getting close to the grand final, within reach, just almost making it. We thought it would be a Team Timidflow bringing it home, but Team Kirai have only gotten better as the days progressed. It went from a 3-2 beating them to a confident 3-1, a 3-1 win in the series, a 3-1 win on Saravasa, and Zafkiel looks unstoppable going into the grand final. That's what you want to see from your captain. The whole team looks unstoppable. Void on the Echo was nuts. He was proving that even if he ban out his Reaper, he'll just go on the Echo, he'll take Zafkiel's hero from him, and I did perform like an absolute monster on the Echo. Gligger on this Zarya, just keep playing the Zarya. He's doing such a good job. And then the backline Mudkip on that on the Wu Yang in particular, I think he's looked very, very good. The Alaris look good as well, but the Wu Yang is where he's truly shining. And then Stimpy Penguin, he can get rid of his Baptiste, but he doesn't even care when the BAP is available. He sticks to the Juno, he sticks to his guns, builds Ray in about a minute on first point, which is ridiculous. Finding so much value on the Juno. So well done to Team Kirai. They're looking good going into the final. But Team Alf have looked good the entire tournament. So it remains to be seen how Team Kirai will fare in the 3rd time this matchup has appeared on this broadcast. Maybe the scoreline will be a little bit different. It was 3-1 the first time, 3-0 the first time. Maybe we'll see Team Kirai come up when it matters most.
Let's see. But we are going to go to a quick little bit of a break. So stay tuned, stretch your legs, grab some food, have a drink, and, well, we're going to be back with the grand finals of the US Draft Tournament 2026. See you in a little bit.